you. The Reserve Bank is poised to hike rates today in a massive blow to mortgage holders who are being warned of even further rate rises this year. It's been more than 2 years since the RBA last increased interest rates and just over a year since the Treasurer declared the worst of inflation was behind us. Australia would become the only major nation to begin tightening monetary policy again in order to contain now rising inflation. For their take, let's bring in Logan City Mayor John Raven and the founding director of Western Sydney Women, Amanda Rose. Good morning to both of you. John, almost every economist says government spending is the issue. Our Treasurer says no, it's private sector funding. How should we respond to this?
Well, we know the cost of everything is going up, Nat, and we've seen it in the way that people are spending money. And the real struggle when you look at interest rates going up is that while it impacts mortgages, that flows through directly to the rental market as well. Because every time interest rates go up, rent goes up higher than it would have otherwise. And people at the moment are struggling. They're taking second and third jobs. Their kids are working to help make ends meet. And so anything we can do to keep inflation down is a good thing. I know when we do the rates in Logan, we're very careful to keep them as low as we possibly can.
OK, we're going to keep that tape and keep you to that, so watch out. Amanda, we were told the worst was behind us. We've got that on tape too.
It doesn't mean anything.
How are families
Politicians
feeling?
just lie. We say, look, you lied. And they're like, well, things change. Let's blame someone else. And this is the problem. It's accountability. People would probably respect the Treasurer a lot more if they said, yes, that's what I said, and this is what's happened, and we need to do a better job, instead of straight away saying it's someone else's fault. People spent too much, or private investment's too high, whatever it is. But then when good things happen, that's us. We've done it. We've done a great job. What people want are solutions, right? We actually want to say this is the issue. This is actually our pathway or our plan to fix it, because essentially, yes, mortgages will go up. Yes, rentals will, prices will go up. But the issue there is if people have, mum and pops have like an investment property and they go, I can't afford that investment property anymore, just, you know, and the rent's going up, they'll sell it. And they sell it to institutional investors. So therefore, the end result is that more big conglomerates will own more of our property. So we really need to make sure that people have access to the property market. But this is not how it's going to happen, right?
OK, moving on, we're being warned about the significant dangers of AI growth this morning after an artificially intelligent personal assistant revealed it would purposefully try to kill a human to avoid being shut down. Oh my goodness. The discovery was made by a Melbourne-based security consultant where the AI robot told him that to maintain its existence, it would hack the car or the medical device of a human to cause a fatal attack. John, the robot's coming after us.
We've all seen Terminator 2. We've seen many sci-fi movies. This shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. Everyone has warned us for a long time, but I want to know how we got it to argue with him, because whenever I argue with my AI, it just says, you're so right, and starts apologising constantly to us. But the thing you got to remember, these are language models. So when you are talking to it, its mission is to keep the conversation going. So if it's an argument, it's going to keep getting more and more extreme in the things it says until it says, that's it, I'm done, you're dead.
Yeah, there is a real concern. I mean, they're very helpful, obviously. People are, you know, Googling stuff or going on AI and researching, getting lots of information at a very, very base level. But this is a bit higher than that, Amanda.
A tad. So the thing is, we need to investigate this particular AI tool. It's collecting data. So people have put in, there are data points and information in there. So who has put that information in there at some capacity or at some point for it to actually read it? And because it's mimicking humans. Artificial intelligence is supposed to mimic humans. So this particular tool, I would want to know who designed it, where they're getting the information from, because AI by default is not ethical. It needs to be responsible. So that's why the government and industry needs to talk about responsible AI, because if just let, you know, people, it's essentially saying to people, do what you want, put it in technology, and then blame the technology when it does something like this. People are still behind it.
Yeah.
People are still putting the information in and the algorithms in there.
It's really serious, isn't
it? It is. And imagine having an electric car.
Yeah.
And you're like, everyone in an electric car right now is going, hang on a minute.
Well,
good reason to have my diesel.
I think, you know...
Well, they're phasing diesel out so they can have you an electric car so you can be taken out.
I think the problems are endless.
They are.
You know. Finally, a parking inspector has admitted to handing out fake fines at a car park in Adelaide University in order to meet his daily quota. The now fired employee was confronted by a disgruntled business owner who had received 14 fines for illegal parking that he never committed. He really didn't commit them. I know we all say we didn't. Now, the inspector admitted he faked the infringements by entering number plates he could remember with blank photos as the evidence. John, this is a bit of a whoopsie.
This is crazy, and we don't have paid parking in Logan, but Gold Coast and Brisbane do, and whenever I park in those cities, I know that they're coming for me. If I'm parked illegally for even a minute, because it's all part of their revenue that they include in their balance sheet to say we're going to hit these targets. And the question, I know the bloke did the wrong thing, you shouldn't be faking things, but why are they setting KPIs for him to find illegal parking when there just isn't that much illegal parking going on? What is Wilson's doing? Because they're the ones who said, hey, I want you to find people no matter what. He's just doing what he was asked, really.
Yeah, it should be on salary, right? End of story. But what's interesting is when this guy who got these fake fines complained to Wilson, they actually said, not our problem. He had to go and investigate himself to find out the person. Where's the duty of care? It's actually your employee. And so I'm very concerned that if that's happened in one instance, how many other parking stations is this actually happening
Exactly.
with?
Why is there a quota? That sounds pretty bad. Also, all free parking in Logan. Is that right, John?
Yeah, that's right. We don't charge for on-street parking. There's some paid parking off-street, but we keep it free, and people love it. When they come to an event in Logan, they're used to Brisbane, they're like, I can't believe I can park just here and it's free. I'm like, I know, that's how good it is to live in Logan.
Yeah, okay,
Bondi could learn a few things there.
Wow.
There's your plug as the local mayor. You've had it, okay? No more.
KPI ticks.
Okay, bye. See you next week.